Bringing in our next community guest, or our first community guest of this half hour, Brenton Bainbridge is joining us today.
Yeah, he is an artist, but perhaps not an artist in the traditional form. So Brenton, welcome into the show. Talk a little bit about the art that you focus on. And yeah, it's not the typical, painting or sculpture that one might think of.
Yeah, I'm a media artist, and so basically I'm using digital technologies and all kinds of tools, anything I can get my hands on to make moving image art with electronics.
And your your work is displayed in 6 different continents, or on 6 different continents, but you're a General McLean grad, so you're a local person here. Talk a little bit about how you got into this and how you decided to pour your energies right here in our home community.
Well, I will credit General McLean for this. You're partially responsible because I used to take the equipment from the AV room and instead of handing in assignments like a written paper about, I don't know, the Great Gatsby, I would ask, could I use the AV carts and a bunch of videotapes to do my report on this paper? So the bug bit me early. So I guess, though, I would also credit my mother is an artist, and my father was an electronics and computer engineer, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You're fusing it all, yeah. Talk a little bit about the Feed Media Arts Center.
Yeah, Feed is an art center that we're building on State Street. It's in the old Epp Furniture building, and we're converting the space there, which is a beautiful old 18th century, or sorry, 1800s building into a space to show, create, and preserve media art.
Okay. Talk about some of the images that we're seeing here and what you hope that those who are viewing this take away from stuff. I mean, it's so different than what we typically see.
I guess, I think care of my art in a way in very traditional terms. So I'm inspired by painting. I'm inspired by dance, as you see. This is me doing a self-portrait, which is a very traditional thing that artists do. And so, basically I look at other forms of art that inspire me and I try to capture something about them with video. I would also add that I'm really inspired by music. And so maybe I'm a frustrated musician. I did take piano lessons here in Erie, but I found that I was far more adept with video tools. So I'm trying to capture something of that quality of music in my video art, like the way that music can speak to us, even if it's not necessarily, even if it's an instrumental and there are no words. The instrumental music can speak to us, and I'm trying to capture something of that in my art.
Talk about how quickly, how people can get a hold of you if they want to be a part of this feed center that is happening in downtown Erie.
Well, yes, please do join us at Feed. So I will say, though, it's a work in progress.
Okay.
Thus far in this big old furniture building, the only part that has electricity, which is pretty essential for media art, is our garage.
Okay.
So when we're between Calamares and the Erie County Dems, and if you're parking on Commerce Street, look for our garage to be open. We have our next artist is coming, showing in October. So Lone Sav is the artist's name. Alex Staley just started a residency and will be opening the doors in October, doing a takeover of our pop-up gallery in the garage.
Perfect. Ben, thanks so much for being here. Really interesting stuff.
Thank you so much. Likewise.